Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one. In the NBA 2K21 demo,
an aerial view of downtown. Now it's ended.
Guys,
I love his honesty. All right, thank you, DA. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Big forward pair. Harris the 3 and Horford the 4. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Embiid, and it's Milton in at the point. And for Boston, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And for the Sixers, the health of their draft picks has been a story. Zaire Smith, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, all missing significant time with injury.
Health continues to be a key for them, GA. Embiid in particular, he's missed some games last year, missed some back-to-backs, and he's 7'2". You just hope his knees could withstand the grind. They got to keep him going to reach their goal.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Milton. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit. It's rebounded by Tice.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Inching closer to the postseason, Chris, the playoffs right around the corner. Is there anything you would change with the playoff format?
You know, I thought about this a lot, and because it's cyclical, meaning who's going to be number 1 and number 8 in your conference, that makes me not want to change anything. One idea, however, that I've always entertained is top 1 through 16. So let's take conferences out of it. Let's take divisions out of it and just rank them by records 1 through 16. I think that would have a pretty good impact on who's in and who's out, but I think it would also mess with travel and the whole logistical and a whole bunch of logistics in that way and mess it up. But I really like how we have it, man. 1 through 8 on both sides and may the best team win.
How about reseeding?
But we could reseed, but that just opens up so many. You know what? I'm a guy. I got to get used to changing. Maybe if I hear some more ideas, I'm with it. But right now, I like it the way we go.
I hear you. I hear you. Richardson against Walker. At the elbow, Horford. Back to Richardson. Pass to Horford. Shot clock at 5. Here's Embiid. It's good.
Can't let him get comfortable inside. When he's this close, he's adept at burning the defense.
Walker surveying the floor. Brown outside. Back to Walker. Hayward from outside. Unable to get that one. And the 76ers go the other way with it. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist from Tobias Harris.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Walker finds Brown. Now here's Tatum. It's good from the top of the key.
He's got got some pep in his step tonight. I wonder what he had to eat last night. I mean, very solid first quarter for him at the offensive end.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Milton, guarded by Walker. Puts it up from 15. Again, Philadelphia.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Celtics have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark.
That is prime-time point guard play. A sensational find by Walker to set up the easy bucket.
Harris passes to Embiid. Good, and Harris gets the assist. That's 7 points for Joel Embiid. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one. And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Hayward looking over the floor. And here's Tatum for 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Here's Brown. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Brown's got 12 in the game.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Horford with the extra effort.
Oh, you better put a body on Horford. I mean, when you don't, he's more than content to torch you like this.
Brown drives in. The shot's good. He's got 14.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
Richardson for 3. It's rebounded by Tice. Walker with it. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Al Horford provided some insight on why he decided to sign.
What put me over the...
Playing for a historic franchise, Greg, they've got, of course, the great fan support, great history. Something Horford relishes.
A great choice. A team with depth and youth. They have a chance to be good for a long time.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, it's a gambling style that pays off, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Williams is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Wanamaker in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Here's Neto. 11 points last game. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. Now the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
Williams, he's checked in for Boston. And the 76ers also making a change. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Raul Neto. And Robinson wide open, he shoots. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. The Celtics with the lead. Smart passes to Wanamaker. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Puts up a 3. Kept alive by Boston. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. From deep. And that one's good. Korkmaz has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Williams kicks to Smart. The Celtics working the ball around now. Lets it go with the 3. The shot by Williams, no good. The 76ers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Scott dishes to Robinson. The pass to Korkmaz. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Celtics. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. It's Williams with the drive. And now the fast break. Embiid with the ball. And Robinson throws it down hard.
Yeah, he continues to improve as a passer. The sky's the limit for Embiid and his all-around game.
Celtics trail by 3. Pass to Williams. Here's Wanamaker. Back to Williams. This is it to Wanamaker. Shot to stop the run. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. 76ers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter. 3 of 6. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David.
And with all their rangy wing defenders, the Celtics are well suited for the modern game.
Oh, yeah, they make it tough for opponents to get clean looks on the perimeter, GA, with their defense. I mean, it's a strong defensive team also because of the competitors that they possess.
Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Works so hard in these sets. I love how determined Embiid is to get wide open after setting the pick.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. First one falls for him.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Jason Tatum comes in for Williams. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker.
I mean, like the kick out there, recognizing there's more room outside than inside.
Count the basket.
Walker has speed to burn. A nightmare keeping him on the paint.
The 76ers leading by 3. 51 seconds left in the first half. Neto kicks to Horford. Looking for Harris. He gets it there. Excellent D there from Williams.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
To the paint. It's deflected. He dishes it to Smart. They get the rebound. The kick out to Walker. Harris against Williams. Outside, Smart. The second chance effort. Cantor controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Neto finds Harris. Pass to Burks. Gets it off, and that would have counted, but his... Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They saw their lead grow to a high water. And that.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Down low, it's Harris and Horford. Then there's Alec Burks, and it's Korkmaz in at the 3 spot. Brown feeling out of it, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Chris, more and more we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was with Dada, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh, great.
Really love doing it on the road. At home is really cool, but on the road is great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there. So you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect. And finished off by Brown.
And the determination of Brown is phenomenal. No one is going to stop these shots from going down. And some teams have fancy dinners, guest speakers, and field trips. I mean, the Celtics culture is more straightforward. It's all about the work.
Brown, no good on the free throw. And that work ethic, the core of the Celtics' values, are written on a big placard on their locker room wall.
Yeah, it emphasizes unselfishness, execution, toughness, and hustle. Those are the values of their team.
No good on the shot. Harris passes to Milton. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Back to Horford. Got a hand on it. Outside, Walker. It's hauled in by Harris.
Oh, not a good look there, guys. No one near him, and he still clangs one off the rim.
Horford kicks to Korkmaz. Now the pass to Milton. The 76ers need to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And some changes here for the Celtics. Williams comes in for Jason Tatum. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. It's Brown on the wing. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The 76ers trailing. Here's Richardson, and foul on the shot. So, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Wanamaker the pass to Tice. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Embiid, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in a perfect position to alter the shot.
Here's Smart. Banked in off the glass. Smart's got the lead up to 4 now for the Celtics.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Richardson. And Boston with the rebound.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing. You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
Launches the three. And no good that time. And Philadelphia the other way now. Here's Thibault. Defended by Tice. From outside the arc. The 76ers again can't hit it. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match. Clearly a foul.
The Celtics shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Robert Williams, he's checked in for Williams. Philadelphia also making some changes. Al Horford, he's checked in for Scott. And Raul Neto subbed in for Glenn Robinson III. Wanamaker looking over the floor. The dish to Williams. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to to being a legal screen.
And he knows it too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he did.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice, and it's Jason Tatum in for Gordon Hayward. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 4 points at the basket from Al Horford. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. For Boston, they have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4 of 7 from the foul line tonight.
Shooting for Boston.
The first free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
To the middle. Al Horford. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Puts it up. Excellent D from Cantor.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And so it's the Boston Celtics. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on a platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Walker and Smart the guards. Tatum out there with Williams, and it's Cantor in at the 5. That's the Boston 5. And the 76ers call time here.
Where their goal was to limit their turnovers, I mean, they've wasted way too many possessions.
Jaylen Brown's checked in for Boston. Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. He said they've played well in certain areas, but the lack of detail to the defensive boards has allowed their opponent too many second-chance opportunities. And that, he said, is the difference in this game. Have to get busy on the glass, Kevin.
The 76ers trail by 3 and taken away by Brown. And then Brown with the dunk.
He can go inside, he can shoot, he can dominate on the fast break. And tonight, Brown is doing it all.
He kicks to Cantor. Brown outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And last season, the Sixers unveiling a Dr. J statue on their Legends Walk outside the team training facility.
Oh, yeah, his second statue in Philly. I mean, the other one is down by the stadium. At that Legend Walk, you know who he joins? Wilt Chamberlain, Mo Cheeks, Bobby Jones, Billy Cunningham, Hal Greer. That's some good company to be in. Some great history for the Sixers.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Inside, 7-foot shot, and there's Cantor on the assist by Brown. Brown's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The 76ers trail by 6. And here's Richardson. Here's Horford. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 6th rebound on the night. He hits Brown with the drive. Rebound by the 76ers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Harris against Tatum. Richardson, no luck. Celtics leading by 6. Tatum dishes to Cantor. There's Walker with the 3. It's hauled in by Harris.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Here's Milton, guarded by Walker. Milton's shot is good. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Over in the corner, Williams. Back to Walker. 6 to shoot. And shot on the way. And he hits the jump shot. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Fantastic recognition from Walker. Superb at reading the defense and torching them with the J.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Celtics. Now here's Embiid. And it's Harris off the drive. Back to Embiid. Pass to Milton. From beyond the arc and then some.
Known for being a scorer, Embiid also is capable of finding his teammates and getting them going.
Outside, Walker. And here's Brown outside. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. Gordon Hayward comes in for Williams. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's Milton. Down low, Horford. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
What I appreciate about Horford is his unselfishness. I mean, he brings a veteran team-first mindset to the table.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Jaylen Brown.
He's accounted for the bulk of their scoring, and that's really nothing new. No team likes to rely too heavily on one player, but when you've got a guy with this amount of talent, you've got to lean on him like they have.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that brings them within 2 here.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
That's one of those buckets that stand out. Nice play by Smart.
Passes to Wanamaker. In the corner, Tatum with it. Smart kicks to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wanamaker. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
You know, some scouts thought Tatum had tunnel vision looking only for his own shot. But he's more about team.
Richardson the pass to Horford. Embiid trying to break loose. Horford no luck. 2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
And Hayward gets it to go.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And another turnover here by Philadelphia.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Kicks it to Tatum. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
And the three ball is good.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
And so it's Boston easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge.
unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The sun shining brightly on. And before he has done a terrific job. Thanks, David. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the back. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Philadelphia, Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at the point. Here's Milton. To the inside. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Herter. That 3 off the mark. And it's Harris with the ball for Philadelphia. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. And it's the Hawks ball. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played. Collins. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And he may not have gotten the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft break, but John Collins out of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
Really one of the league's best kept secrets. Tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim.
And Young comes over to help. Embiid. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
This is where Embiid burns you the most. I mean, mainly because of his size and such a soft touch.
Here's Herter. Richardson covering. Pass to Collins. It's Young on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. And it's Capella missing. Here's Thibault. Lets it go from the wing. Here's Embiid. Lays it up off the glass. Embiid's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, that long reach of Embiid's paying dividends there, guys. An absolute machine on the offensive glass.
Young taking his time here. Pulls it from the elbow. That one doesn't drop. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
That's the 3rd straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Stolen by Collins.
Oh, that's a tough pass to make there. He had a very narrow gap to squeeze it through and just couldn't get it done.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. And with a quick break in the action, let's now take a look at the top rookie free throw shooters in the NBA. Cam Reddish on top. And, of course, DeAndre Hunter.
Tremendous form and confidence. That's what these two have in common when it comes to shooting free throws.
Yep, and you often see guys enter the league a bit unrefined at the line. But these guys are an example of long hours and the benefit of practice and repetition.
Here's Thibault following the basket by Trae Young.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Hunter off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnover.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Embiid, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Really like the attitude from Embiid. I mean, he's sending a message that you better put a body on him. When you don't, he does this.
Here's Hurt. He has 6. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. 51 seconds left to play here in the first. 5 on the clock. Graham, the pass to Dedmon. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Embiid. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Embiid's got 8 points.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
29 seconds left in the first quarter. Over to the wing. Here's Graham. Another 3 for Atlanta.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Embiid kicks to Korkmaz. All sorts of time. And that one is off.
The defense there got away with a major lapse. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Got a piece of it. And so it's Atlanta in control with the number. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he
Coming from the place where,
wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Carter. Then it's Reddish. Then there's Teague. And it's Graham in at the small forward. Alec Burks checked in for Philadelphia. Teague left side. He feeds it to Carter. Dedmon kicks to Reddish. 5 to shoot. Back to Dedmon. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Dedmon's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hawks. And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
Graham dishes to Dedmon. Out to Carter. Over Scott. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Burks. Scott inside, defended by Carter. Oh, and he misses the dunk. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Atlanta. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. Teague inside the line. The 3. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Teague. Carter's got his first 3 points of the game.
Teague's ability to find the open man makes him one of the better passing point guards in the league.
Robinson misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Carter against Burks. Pass to Dedmon. Carter outside, inside. Dedmon's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Right side Robinson. 76ers moving the ball around. Shot from 6. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Scott. Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs, and plenty of micro-analysis to go around. But some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say, so you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful in some areas, but you have to balance it. There has to be a blend there. Take, for instance, shot blocking. Just because you don't block a shot, that sometimes can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. The number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
Here's Teague. Back to Dedmon. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for him.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now.
Well-timed play there, and that's Horford at his finest. Smooth roll, aggressive finish.
Here's Herter. Yep, that one goes in there. Herter's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Richardson outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
He's had trouble putting up the same numbers from the foul line that he put up last season.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Well, we'll see if they have the awareness to realize that.
There's the pass to Young. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Harris, and it's denied.
And putting that 7'2" wingspan to good use, Hunter can be an elite defender if he keeps working at it.
Kicks it out to Richardson. Over Collins. Offensive rebound. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
And typically he has the touch to fit it.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Hawks.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Atlanta was looking great right away. An exceptional game plan helped them open with a... And that...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. The Hawks leading by 4.
You know, guys, it's crazy to think that Joel Embiid once considered quitting the game. I mean, his first practice at Kansas, a senior dunked on him so hard he went to the coach and said, maybe I should get out of this stuff. Luckily, the coach talked him down, and now we see one of the best in the league.
The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. And it's Milton in at point guard. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. Here's Young, and he uses the glass on the layup. Young's got his 2nd bucket of the night. And some real adversity for Joel Embiid after leaving Kansas. Foot injuries costing him the first 2 years, Clark, of his career. And then, back in Cameroon, the tragic passing of his beloved brother.
Yeah, that's a hard road to hoe, and adversity oftentimes, while painful, can steal us for the promised land or positive outcomes. And, you know, Embiid really driven by his goal to inspire others in Africa to make a better life, and that drove him to be where he is now.
Young outside.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Another miss by Young. Pass to Milton. Horford kicks to Harris. Richardson outside. It's tipped. It's stolen by Capella. Looking to get back on track here. And Young with the nice bucket inside. Young's got 6.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Milton the pass to Embiid. Shoots over Capella. Back to Embiid. Poked loose. It's stolen by Capella. Kicks it to Collins. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Capella, the pass to Young. Knocks down the 3 ball. Now it's a 6-point Hawks lead.
He's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
For 3, Milton's shot is good. Milton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Kicks it out to Collins. Back to Young. Poked away. Clock at 6. This is to Capella. From 10 feet out, Young's shot is off.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Reddish, he's checked in for Atlanta. Teague comes in for Young. Teague feeling it out a bit. Capella trying to free himself up. And Jeff Teague with the 3. Teague's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
You know, one thing you got to love about Embiid is how unselfish he is. I mean, he's pretty good at spotting open teammates.
Teague, count that one. Teague's got 5 points so far. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Teague against Burks. Six on the shot clock. Here's Horford. Rebounded by Capella. The Hawks leading by 6. 58 seconds left in the third. Right wing. Outside Collins. Now, here's Hunter. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Burks on the wing. Teague covering. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Korkmaz checked in for Philadelphia. And here are the 76ers now. 6-point game. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
And not relying at all on the 3-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
An elite distributor for a big man. Horford is the kind of guy you want to play basketball with.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. The Hawks on top. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court right now for the Hawks, we've got Dwayne Dedman. Reddish out there with Young. And it's Fernando in at the 4 slot.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Young, right side. Shot clock at 6. No good with the triple.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Hell, Dedman with the block. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And the 76ers making a change here. Scott's checked in. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Monday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards.
And when you look at that Raptors matchup, they have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute.
Here's Young, and he banks in the layup. Young's got 9 points now in just the second half.
You know, fending off the defense well there. Young solid at just being crafty enough in these types of situations.
Young against Richardson. From 10 feet out. Rebound, Atlanta.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for him.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Young outside. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow! Now it's a 5-point Hawks lead. Here's Richardson, ejected by Young.
And you can tell he wants to improve on the defensive end. Young, great to see him come up with the rejection.
Collins checked in for Atlanta. Hunter comes in for Carter. Here's Young. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they've really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
And the dunk by Capella.
Capella's so good at finishing around the rim, showing you right there. Great explosiveness inside.
Hunter with it, and it's Horford picking him up. In the corner, Collins with it. Now Capella, Young in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 11 feet away, and it's Capella missing. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. They trail by 7.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
Herder passes to Young. Lays it up and banks it in. Young's got 16 points here in the second half.
An effective multi-dimensional scorer. Young is incredible at turning on the Jets when he's feeling.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Outside Collins. Back to Herder, and stolen by Richardson.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
Atlanta leading by 7. Young with the ball. He kicks it to Capella. Back to Young. In the corner, Collins with it. Lets it go from deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. There's 42 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Milton. And the three off target. 3-on-3. Collins kicks to Capella. Back to Collins. Over Horford. And there's Collins on the assist from Capella. And the Hawks lead by 9.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
And the call will be against Al Horford. And that'll be his third foul so far. And here is Teague. From deep. Fernando can't get it to go. And so it's Atlanta with the W. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think,
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. upper and lower body fluid, and goaltend.
Hang time, moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge it again like it's credit, your team crowd need to edit, yeah. I see face, look at it, hold up, ooh, that's dead, need a minute, need a plan to revive, let's get a shot pressing. Next thing what I said, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up, I don't miss often. No look, I had the boss up, get the post up.
A great view of our... And as things... Well, small point forwards and big guards in demand. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5 down low. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5. It's good from long range. Steve, compare it now to when you were playing. Did teams go deeper into their benches than they used to?
Yeah, they do. I think because of this load management, resting players. So you see a lot of guys play a lot. And also what they've done right now with the G League, being able to bring guys up. They use those guys, and I think it helps a lot, even not on games, but in practice. You'll see more guys are involved in giving guys rest.
Yeah, that makes sense. Here's Capella after Gordon Hayward's bucket. Here's Young. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Young's got his second basket of the night.
Unlike some great perimeter shooters, Trae Young is consistently probing for the best look.
And the dunk by Brown.
And that's rocking the rim. Give him the 2 points and tack on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensation. Herter, again the Hawks score.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Down low. The kick out to Walker. Passes it to Brown. Here's the three. That shot, no good. And Atlanta will go the other way. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
You know what? That's unfair to the bench to expect them to pick up all of the slack. They need to stay away from slapping and reaching.
And that's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really like going at each other, don't they?
That's next level vision. Young could probably lead the league in assists if that were his goal.
And the Celtics with possession here, following the three by Atlanta. Brown, good.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
Beyond the arc, and Trae Young gets the three. Young's got his third basket of the night.
This is year 2 for Lloyd Pierce as an NBA head coach. Still in his early 40s, the Hawks, the perfect opportunity for him to grow and develop alongside his players.
Hunter, no good. Celtics trail by 6. And there's the pass to Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Coach Pierce works as an assistant general manager in the offseason. Steve able to learn that side of things and have a voice in acquisitions.
That's very important. They are building something special in Atlanta. He's going to play a big role in that as well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Clint Capella. Carter comes in for Hunter. And it's Reddish in for Kevin Herter. Then for the Celtics, Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Marcus Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Boston Celtics. 4-point game. Brown wide open. He fired. Again, the miss by the Celtics. For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And it wasn't until midway through John Collins' second season at Wake Forest that he really jumped onto the NBA scouts' radar.
You're right. A 19-year-old sophomore. What he did, he led the nation in player efficiency rating. The production undeniable then and now.
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for the Hawks. Austin also with the sub. Williams, he's checked in for Brown. Teague for 3. A shot missing. So the Celtics will take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. Nice shot by Smart.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
The Hawks leading by 4. T kicks to Dedmon. Now here's Reddish, guarded by Smart. Reddish's shot is good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
It's Williams with the drive and stolen by Dedmon. Here's Collins. Rebounded by Smart. Celtics trail by 6. Here's Wanamaker. Makes it off the glass.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
Here's Teague, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Enes Kanter. And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
Robert Williams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Williams kicks to Tatum. Here's Wanamaker.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Here's Bembry, guarded by Smart. Bembry the pass to Fernando. Vince Carter on the wing. The kick out to Teague. Buries the long-range jumper. Teague's got 5.
And you could tell Teague was looking for a shot on that play. Always had his hands up, ready to catch and fire.
And so it's Atlanta in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. We'll return shortly. A unique
As a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about it.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
We've got Teague. Carter is out there with Reddish. And it's Bembry in at the shooting guard position. So that's the Hawks 5. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. So it's the Hawks now, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Here's Fernando. He's guarded by Williams. The Hawks again can't hit. Celtics trail by 7. Smart goes in. Reddish grabs the rebound. Reddish has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
Here is Williams after the made shot from Jeff Teague. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Carter picks one up.
You got to avoid fouling Tatum in those situations. He's very clever at getting the defense to kind of bite when he attacks.
You know, Greg, defense a given for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
Young passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And it's Brown missing.
In this first half, he is really falling in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
Now, here's Capella. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. 6 to shoot. Dedmon finds Young. Here's Huerter. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Hayward goes in, and Hayward with the stuff.
Don't sleep on Gordon Hayward. Put that one on the highlight reel.
The Hawks leading by 7. Young taking his time here. Unloads from 13. He doesn't hit that one.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Hayward kicks to Walker. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Hey, Smitty, every NBA player has their Mount Rushmore. Every NBA fan does. The 4 players they consider the best of all time. So I'll ask you, who is on your NBA Mount Rushmore?
I would say Michael Jordan, Kevin, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kobe Bryant. Those are my 4.
Here's Walker, following the 3 by Atlanta. Fires the 3, drains the three-pointer. Walker's got 5 points in the quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Here's Brown. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. And that's now 11 points for Jaylen Brown.
And that's where Brown is at his best, a muscular beast who loves finishing strong through the contact.
Now, here is Young. 8 points for him, and it goes down 2 points. Young's got 10 points in the game.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Back to Brown. The shot. Bank shot. No good.
Hard to create space in that mid-range area. He would have been better passing that off.
And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. Here's Tice, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, way to play and attack.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's...
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Hawks on top. They lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He had 10 points and 2 assists. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta? Man, that's...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Jaylen Brown, what a contribution.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Hayward at small forward, with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the 5, roaming the paint. Young against Walker. Fires from deep. And Trae Young hits from deep. Young's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Atlanta.
The one thing you can say about the Hawks, they have drafted well over the past few seasons. Stole John Collins at pick 19, traded back for Trae Young, and the Herter selection. The rebuild may not be long in Atlanta.
Celtics trail by 9. Here's Brown, and the dunk by Brown.
And just awesome speed from Brown, blasting off towards the bucket and slamming it down.
And Steve, the Hawks not only identify talent, they identify guys who will excel in their established system.
And that system is finding value with shooters. They also look for guys who bring the energy and also bring the effort. The size of the player isn't as important as the heart.
Shots good from Young.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
There's Brown with the 3, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's Young. Walker with some nice D.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And finished off by Brown.
And this is why you gave Hayward big money, not just a score in this offense.
Here's Young. No good. Now Boston takes it the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Got a piece of it. The Hawks leading by 6. Hunter with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Collins wide open. He fires. Walker with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Tice, no good. Hawks have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Pass to Herter. Collins with it. Pass to Capella. The kick out to Young. It's tipped. Left side Walker. And that one is good. Walker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
He kicks to Walker. On the high post. And that one drops for him. Walker's got 11 points.
You got to shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
Young outside. Passes it to Capella. Outside Collins. Back to Capella. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
So both teams making some changes here. Smart deciding where to go with it. Williams. Good work defensively by Capella.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Easier to go strong to the hoop, but I tell you what, when you feel it, take it from deep.
Here's Cantor. Reddish grabs the rebound. Reddish has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
Atlanta leading by 12. Hawks passing it around. Embry the pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
And the Celtics with possession here. Outside, Smart. Wanamaker the pass to Cantor. Williams for 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got 6 rebounds here tonight. From deep. And that one released in time, but no good. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Right back after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for Atlanta, Reddish out there with Carter. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Teague, and it's Bembry in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Smart. A 3-pointer off the mark. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 14 points, their largest lead in the game.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's 21 points for Jaylen Brown. You know, the league is trying to maximize competition, Steve, and flatten the draft lottery odds has been one way to do it. Will that be enough? Is there still work to be done in that regard?
You know, I love the way they've done it so far, but I still think they can tweak it even more. And we'll get a better product on the floor where teams get a chance to compete for all 82 games. I like what I'm seeing right now.
Here's Williams. Reddish grabs the rebound. Reddish has got rebound number 7 for him tonight, and he makes that one. Bembry's got his first points of the night.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And this is where Smart's at his best, being aggressive, going towards the rim.
Carter with the 3. And Cancer pulls it down. Celtics trail by 15. Outside, Smart. The pass to Wanamaker. Oh, good on the triple.
Aggressive closeout on a great jump shooter. That's how you defend against the 3.
The kick out to T. Back to Carter. Takes it from 10. He can't hit that time. And the Celtics going the other way now. Here's Cantor. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
You know, I think Williams has a terrific future. A charismatic, likable kid who can be unselfish to a fault.
Well, we see these sponsorship patches on these uniforms now, Steve. This is the 3rd and final year of the test run. I think it's here to stay. What do you think?
I do, too. I think the numbers have also coincided that it's here to stay. I think also the revenue. I think people love it, and I think the sponsorship helps.
Celtics trail by 15. Stolen by Carter. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. The Celtics have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And it's Brown missing for Atlanta. They've gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Bembry kicks to Dedmon. Pass to Bembry. Teague surveying the D. Shoots over Walker. Teague can't hit. Austin's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. John Collins, he's checked in for Carter. Hunter comes in for Reddish. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for DeAndre Bembry. Young is subbed in for Teague. And then for Boston, Daniel Tice is checked in for Enes Kanter. Tatum comes in for Williams. And Gordon Haywards is subbed in for Jaylen Brown. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. And a change for the Celtics. Brown's checked in. Capella kicks to Young. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Celtics trail by 12. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. And the Celtics with possession here. And the basket is good. 16 points for Walker.
That is how he rolls. A prolific scorer. Walker's been calling his own number tonight.
Young against Walker. Young dishes to Capella. Pass to Huerter. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 12.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Hawks.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket, didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And really an important win from a pride standpoint. Nobody likes getting swept, so they're able to salvage a win in this 4-game season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Trae Young.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
And that one falls for Tatum.
Earning all-rookie first-team honors after a brilliant first year, Tatum quickly became a fan favorite.
And so Tatum nails them both. And the Hawks with possession here. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Teague. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Here's Green. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Free throw drops for Green. And both free throws good for Green. Outside Teague to the right side. Lets the three fly. It's off. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments.
It's handled. Well, they certainly can. Well done, DA. Thank you. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Cancer.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward, with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the 76ers, Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at the point. Now here's Tatum. After the miss from Joel Embiid. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. Conference rivals in this one, Doris. A regular season game that will likely have that postseason feel.
And we are the beneficiaries of what could be a playoff preview. You never know, obviously, how things are going to shake out in terms of seeding. What we know unequivocally are these two rivals are prepared to play in what we would consider not just any regular season game, perhaps a little more on the line than you might expect.
It's deflected.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
It's Brown with the drive.
Boy, how impressive is the quickness Jaylen Brown possesses. This guy sprints hard toward the cup on every drive.
Here's Richardson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Jason Tatum.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league and also one of the more respected.
And, Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Last season, he admitted his most trying in the 12 years as a coach. Boy, he is looking to get them back on track.
Now, here's Walker. 11 points last game. It's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Kept alive, Horford. Embiid inside, defended by Tice. Tries again, and it's blocked. It's Brown on the wing. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Richardson against Brown. Richardson the pass to Horford. Puts it up from 12. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I'll tell you, for all the intangibles that Al Horford brings to the table every night, the leadership, there is such a humble, authentic, unselfish nature that I think sets the tone for the whole team.
The Celtics making a switch here. Smart's checked in.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the middle. And a dunk by Horford.
What a pleasure to watch Al Horford go to work. Does all the right things, and that time gets an easy dunk.
And the veteran leader, Al Horford, a calm, quiet locker room presence, Doris, but his words carry a lot of weight.
No doubt, Kevin. Why? Because he's always team first, because he plays the game the right way, and this helps create a culture of winning. It's why Al Horford is so coveted.
Some changes for Boston. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Now, here's Cantor. Williams for 3. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Scotty's checked in for the 76ers. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. Neto surveying the floor. To the paint. Here's Embiid. A 3-ball. No good on that one. And it's Boston the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. A 3-pointer, no good.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Here's Wanamaker. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Offensive rebound. And Cantor able to finish.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
Pass to Thibault. Williams against Scott. Pass to Neto. Clock at 6. Scott inside. He's against Williams. Scott, good. Scott's got his second basket. Wanamaker the pass to Smart. Here's Brown. Good, and Smart gets the assist. And it's 8 points for Jaylen Brown.
Well, you have to admire how Smart is running this offense right now. He has a knack for spotting open teammates.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Neto. 11 points for him in that last game against Detroit. Thibault, the pass to Embiid. Over Cantor. Philadelphia shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first one falls. Both teams will make substitutions. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for Boston. He notched. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the
not knowing English, obviously at the beginning, it was a little bit hard to express myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots, think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Boston, they've got Smart. Jason Tatum is out there with Williams. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Wanamaker in at the point guard position.
And the Celtics looking to bounce back and make another deep playoff run.
And I think, Greg, they certainly have the talent to do it. This is a team that remains on the upswing. They have draft picks and assets. I think they are well positioned for the future.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's foul number 2 for him. Richardson, he's checked in for Korkmaz. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. Walker comes in for Brad Wanamaker. Richardson kicks to Burks. Here's Embiid. Nails the baby hook. Embiid's got the lead up to 1 now for the 76ers.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that will be the 3rd of 5 straight played at home.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Left side, Tatum. Takes a 3. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 4 assists in the game.
This guy, a sensational shooter. It doesn't take a lot of separation for Jason Tatum to put it in the basket.
Richardson dishes to Robinson. He feeds it to Embiid. 18 feet out. No good off the back of the rim.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Smart. The kick out to Walker. And the pass to Hayward. Launches it. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. Fires the 3. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. Robinson passes to Richardson. Taken away by Williams. And Smart with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break. Smart's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, that's about anticipation. Marcus Smart jumps out, gets into the speed and transition game, and leaves no doubt.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Daniel Tice is checked in for Robert Williams. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Brown in for Marcus Smart. Brown kicks to Walker. 1:39 left in the first half of the game. No good on the 3. For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second.
You know, people refer to Al Horford being the hub for this team. Defensively, he's always in the right position and such a good playmaker for a big man.
And Tice gets it to go.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Horford the pass to Milton. Shoots over Walker. And finished off by Horford.
Well, efficiency of movement makes Al Horford successful. Gets room to shoot in these sets.
Here's Brown. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Richardson. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Raul Neto is subbed in for Shake Milton. Brad Wanamaker's checked in for the Celtics.
And for Jaylen Brown at the free throw line, he has worked so hard on his mechanics, and that's paid dividends in terms of his confidence, guys.
Here's Thibault. Horford. It's good on the putback. Horford's got it all tied up now for the 76ers.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them. You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
76ers have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Down low, it's stolen by Tice.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside with it and got in position for the steal.
Brown outside. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Thibault. Missed inside. It's all tied in Philadelphia.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They only had a couple of rough stretches. And that does it for our...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then there's Embiid, then there's Richardson, and it's Milton in at the point. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And here's Brown outside. It's hauled in by Harris. And it's Harris with the ball for the 76ers. It's a one-point game. Embiid finds Harris. The baseline jam. Ball's knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Gordon Hayward. He's right around 17 points tonight, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Here's Milton. Clock is at 3. Who are some of the up-and-coming shooting guards in the league that you have noticed have got a very high ceiling?
Well, I'm going to mention 2 guys who I think could be considered combo guards who can play 1 or 2, and who I think their organizations are still trying to figure out their best position. But 2 of the most dominant young guards in the league who are going to be a problem for over a decade, Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell. Both guys can create their own shot. Both can get off the dribble drive. Both could light you up for over 50 a night. Devin and Donovan, 2 names to keep an eye on.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack. Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the 76ers. Robinson comes in for Embiid, and it's Burks in for Shake Milton. The Celtics also changing it up. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Jason Tatum. And Smart subbed in for Brown.
And give it up for the little fella on the inside there. Great rebound, even though he had to really fight for it.
No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play.
Shooting 1.
It's going to go on Alec Burks. Raul Neto's checked in for Philadelphia. And a change for the Celtics. Brad Wanamaker's checked in for Walker.
And the energy of Williams, it's infectious. Amazing at using it to block shots, rebound, score, whatever they ask of him.
Here's Wanamaker. Again, the miss by the Celtics. For Philadelphia, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8.
Well, Gordon Hayward obviously still working his way back to peak form. Let's remember, this guy was an all-star in 2017. We know he can be a franchise guy.
Basket counts. Smart's got his second bucket.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Gordon Hayward in that instance. You think of him as a scorer, but he's a terrific setup guy as well.
Yes, that goes in.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And Doris, you talk about when Gordon Hayward is playing his best. What makes him, in your mind, so special?
Well, when he's right physically, he can be a go-to offensive weapon, Kevin. This guy is the true definition of triple threat, right? He can pick you apart with his passing, with his shooting, and also off the dribble drive. Boy, when he's right, he is tough to stop.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Neto. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And the 76ers making a change here. Richardson's checked in. And stolen by Hayward. And Hayward at the stuff.
Hayward viciously exploiting the lane to the basket. A resounding message whenever the defense sleeps on him.
Thibault, the pass to Richardson. 58 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. The putback, and it's Horford with the extra effort. And the 76ers lead by 3.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
32 seconds left in the third. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Harris, and it's blocked.
I'll tell you, don't forget about Marcus Smart's vertical. Twice on the pipes, rejects that shot.
Really off on his shooting, just 20% this period. Looks like he's getting a bit frustrated.
Over in the corner, Williams. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Well, Gordon Hayward will find his rhythm fast if you allow him to catch and shoot.
Richardson attacking. Excellent D there from Williams. Al Horford getting it done for the Philadelphia. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
Boy, GA, how about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for Boston, Walker and Smart, the guard. Around the small floor with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. And it's Tice in at center.
Boy, Al Horford's efficiency and consistency have been tremendous tonight.
Walker against Richardson. There's Brown with the 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And that one's good. Korkmaz has got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers. Here's Smart. And Embiid with the block.
And this has been an outstanding display on the board, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Now here's Smart. He's guarded closely.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's Horford. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And it's Horford with the extra effort. Horford's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, that basket to me is all about energy. Al Horford bringing it every night.
And it's Brown missing.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
Korkmaz passes to Thibault. Feeds to Horford. Sweet move. And Boston with the rebound. Tice has got his 6th rebound on the night. Celtics trail by 8. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Alec Burks checked in for Richardson. And here are the 76ers now. Burks with it. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. The dish to Horford. Shot clock at 5. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Boston. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. You can't help but notice the teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get.
Well,
and the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to set it, correct?
Exactly right.
Brown. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Yeah, this is the very definition of feeling it. Jaylen Brown taking smart shots and playing perfectly within the team schemes.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Walker against Burks, just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Walker. And Boston with the rebound. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop. Here's Embiid, and the layup's good off the glass. Embiid's got 4 this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And it's Brown missing. Philadelphia's gone 2 or 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the 76ers.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Horford.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
And Joel Embiid pulls it down. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Horford no luck. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. It's stolen by Brown. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
Here's Thibault. No good. So the 76ers win it. A confident win. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and Slam.
In your face.
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation. Well, thank you, David. Brent, at this point, perennial contenders sometimes close to the final games of the regular season. Any danger that they can't hit that right button or flip the switch and get back into gear?
When you hear analysts say that the playoffs are all about matchups, they are exactly right. You and I talked about this, Kevin, several years ago about the time going into the playoffs. Teams don't have to be hot. You don't have to be 10-2 in the last 12 games for your playoffs, because all of a sudden, if you're matched up against a team that's owned you all year long, your chances of winning that series are very, very slim. So it becomes just let's get in and let's find out who we're playing, and then we'll get to work.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Embiid, and it's Milton in at the point guard. And for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the back. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the center.
All right, Al Horford getting up there for the gym. You forget how big he is.
Here's Herter. Richardson covering. Feeds it to Young. Embiid with the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Horford trying to free himself up. That shot misses. Good work defensively by Capella. Here's Herter. Good on the three-point shot.
We talk about some expanded range. Herter's got some himself.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. To the middle. Here's Horford. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Collins.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended. Was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
Here's Herter. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot by Collins, no good. Here's Milton. From deep three-point range. They get it again, and Embiid is right there.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Young outside. The high post shot. He squares up and sinks it. Young's got his second bucket tonight.
Everyone expects him from long range. Nice to see him in the mid-range get something done.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And now, with this break, here are the premier glass cleaners among rookies over the course of the past month. DeAndre Hunter, number 1.
And every team in the league needs a guy who can go and get. I mean, his great work on the boards certainly endear him to the coaching staff.
Reddish, he's checked in for Atlanta. Young drives in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And here's Richardson. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Passes it to Embiid. Shoots over Capella. The putback, rebounded by Capella. The Hawks leading. The kick out to Young. No good from outside. 76ers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
Well, some people looking at Atlanta and their situation in terms of the rebuild and wondering what direction they would go. They've made some pretty solid picks. Got John Collins at the 19th pick as a foundation piece, and then obviously drafting Trae Young and Kevin Huerter, relying on shooting on the perimeter, and things moving along swiftly in Atlanta.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Clint Capella. Carter comes in for Collins. Bembry's checked in for Hunter. And it's Teagan for Trae Young. And John Collins, Brent, falling that late in the first round, shows you how deep that draft was.
Now, some people thought it was going to be a slow rebuild in Atlanta. They've made some pretty good picks. Grabbing Collins, as you mentioned, and then last year picking up Trae Young and Kevin Huerter in the draft and relying on some shooting. That number 19 has been pretty lucky so far for the Atlanta Hawks.
Here's Thibault after the made shot from Jeff Teague. Dedmon with the block.
Well, Dedmon's reach is a huge advantage there to help him tally some more block shots.
76ers trailing. Here's Neto over Teague. It's Dedmon with the rebound.
And he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
There's Bembry, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And stolen by Scott. Pass to Thibault. Dedmon with the block. Here's Reddish. Teague left side. Carter for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A good close contest so far as we finish the first. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game.
It never occurred to me that I'd be...
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, shot is out there with Korkmaz. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Neto in at the point guard position. The 76ers making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Here's Neto. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Burks in the corner. Pass to Scott. Nails the baby hook. Scott's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And coming from a background with player development for head coach Lloyd Pierce.
Well, I think he's great at just being a cheerleader and a confidence builder for this young team. I believe that to be a good fit here in Atlanta. He brings a great hands-on approach. And very, very important for him to think about player development as these young guys grow together.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And the foul on Mike Scott. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Collins checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Hunter comes in for Vince Carter. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for DeAndre Bembry. And Trae Young subbed in for Jeff Teague. Then for the 76ers, Al Horford. He's checked in for Embiid. Harris comes in for Scott. And it's Richardson in for Raul Neto. Here's Richardson. After the made shot from John Collins. Richardson, good.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, that's good signs.
Young's shot is off.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Al Richardson. In the corner, it's Robinson. There's the dish to Horford. Shot clock at 6. Back to Robinson. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Robinson's got the lead up to 3 now for the 76ers. And here's Young from the arc. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Philadelphia the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. Here's Burks, the shape. And he lays it up and in. And now a 5-point 76ers lead. Brent, so many state-of-the-art arenas being built. Which feature do you think is most important?
Oh, the hot dog machine. What are we doing, right?
Popcorn.
And the popcorn. What else,
and
Kevin?
Popcorn.
Yeah,
right
nachos.
I love nachos.
Okay.
You love nachos.
What else? I mean, what else could we go with there?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
that's
right?
a big one.
Because when you're done with all that other stuff, you've got to somehow kind of coat your stomach.
Yep.
You
Was
don't
this
feel
basketball related, or did we go somewhere else?
All a part of the whole conversation.
I think we covered it.
And here are the 76ers now. After the basket by Atlanta. Low block shot on the way. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
Deflects the pass. Here's Huerter. Burks covering, and Huerter gets it to go.
Well, we know that Trae Young is a phenomenal passer, which is why you just can't leave him open like that.
Inside. 1:02 left now here in the second. Collins, good.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they've really started to get it closer to the basket.
The 76ers trail by 3. Richardson with it. He dishes it to Burks. The pass to Horford. Harris inside. He's guarded by Collins. And they get it. And Harris lays it up and in.
Well, Tobias just going strong that time.
There's 39 seconds left to play here in the half. Young pass to Collins. Here's Huerter. Six on the shot clock. Here's Fernando. It's hauled in by Harris. Outside Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
Well, not known for his passing, but Harris is pretty prudent there with the ball. Not a lot of careless turnovers from him.
8 seconds left in the second quarter. Burks on the wing. And that'll do it for the first half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They were unable to ever build and
we We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Al Horford with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, there is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Kicks it to Harris. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Passes it to Hunter. One-on-one fast break. Makes it off the glass. Hunter's got the lead up to 3 now for Atlanta.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Embiid. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. 6 points for Joel Embiid. And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package. Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Here's Milton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Embiid. Collins grabs the miss. And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Carter, he's checked in for John Collins. Reddish comes in for Hunter. Bembry's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teague in for Young.
Well, there's always this talk about Jeff Teague and his speed on display there as he attacks with that opportunity.
To the inside. Here's Scott. He kicks it to Embiid. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. Scott's got 8 points. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
And Jeff Teague knows he's going to get hit when he gets in there like that. But great job still knocking it down.
Here's Thibault. From 15 feet away. And that's good for 2. And the 76ers lead by 1. Teague left side. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Milton. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Capella. And Teague's got the ball here for Atlanta. Carter outside. The tray. Drops in the tray. Now it's a 4-point Hawks lead.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Pass to Thibault. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Capella.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
And the Hawks making a change here. Dedmon's checked in. Al Horford is checked in for Philadelphia. Raul Neto comes in for Shake Milton. And that one's good. Thibault.
Really as good as any passing big that we have in the NBA. Horford is a guy who can run an offense as a big.
Here's Teague. And the layup falls. Teague's got 12.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Here's Thibault. Goes back up from 6 away. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. The Hawks leading by 4. Pass to Reddish. Carter looking around. From the arc. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Korkmaz passes to Embiid. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one. And Embiid drops them both.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep the big guys on the floor.
Jeff Teague firing on all cylinders. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for Philadelphia to start the 4th. Down low, it's Harris and Horford. Then there's Richardson, and it's Thibault in at the small forward position. Young inside. And the shot goes in. Young's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Hawks.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Neto. Rebounded by the Hawks.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively. He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Thibault, the pass to Neto. To the middle, here's Horford. Lays it up and banks it in.
Good closer to the rack. Horford's added a jumper, but at home on the inside.
The Hawks leading by 5. And Young, here we go. That one goes. Count it. Young's got 6 in the quarter.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Here's Harris. He can't get that one. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Down low. Here's Dedmon. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Dedmon's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hawks.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Neto. He's started by Collins. Stolen by Collins. And there's Hunter on the assist by Collins. And the Hawks lead by 11.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Shots good from Young. In player development, Brent, what are some of the primary things that can be taught?
I think in today's game, what a lot of PD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision-making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct reads. It's much like, and you cover a lot of football, where you can talk to quarterbacks about their checkdowns.
Yes.
I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off a screen, what's going to be available to them, and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision-making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basketball. You just want guys to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance of making it.
Richardson, good.
Awesome seeing Richardson get a little tricky with the ball. Some fancy moves there.
There's a minute 47 left here in the 4th quarter. In the corner. Collins with it. Now, here's Reddish. Now the pass to Hunter. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Harris. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That's foul number 2 for him. Atlanta making some changes. Kevin Huerter comes in for Reddish. And it's Teague in for Young. The 76ers also with a sub. Burks is checked in. Richardson outside. They get it back. And it's Horford with the extra effort.
Constant, consistent energy from Al Horford. You love to see him being active out there on the offensive glass.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Hawks.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Trae Young.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Richardson outside. Burks. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Here's Huerter. Outside Teague. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Richardson. Pass to Burks. He feeds it to Horford. Now Richardson. And the free throw, no good. Off the inbound. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
An aerial view of downtown Boston, our location tonight, gives you a great idea of the beauty of this historic city. Welcome, everyone. DA, take it away.
Well, guys,
David, he's come a long way. Thank you. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Collins.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with Collins, and it's Young in at the point guard. And for the Celtics, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Shots good from Young. Well, Chris, as we wind toward the end of the regular season, what do you notice as an analyst that you didn't notice when you were playing?
I think what I didn't notice when I was playing was everything that goes on around the arena. Now I get to the games a couple of hours early. I get to interact with fans. I get to see game productions. The business of basketball, just how much everyone loves the game, from Adam Silver down to someone at the concession stands at the arena, how it really is a community and a family. Because when I was in Sacramento, I'm just playing for Sacramento. I didn't realize how many people in New York and Detroit and other places supported not only us in Sacramento, but their home teams, and just seeing how passionate everyone in the business of basketball, how passionate they are. And that's just something awesome to be a part of.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
You got to like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Pass to Tatum. And here's Tice. Here's Walker. That one falls.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 31-point game against New York. And the dunk by Capella.
A workhorse on the glass. Capella ready to pounce on misses as soon as the shot goes up.
Tatum drives in. Hunter grabs the miss. Hawks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Young passes to Collins. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Walker. Count it. Good. Walker's got his second bucket of the night.
This is the thing about Walker. He will challenge you from the perimeter. He will challenge you inside also.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and toolset enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Capella. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Good on the shot. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game. And some changes here for the Celtics. Cantor checked in for Hayward. Smart comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Collins. Reddish comes in for Hunter. Embry's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teague in for Trae Young. Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Capella, the pass to Reddish. Back to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Yeah, what really separates Capella is his explosiveness around the rim. My goodness.
Celtics trail by 4. Smart kicks to Tatum. Back to Smart. Baseline J on the way. That shot off. So Atlanta will take it the other way. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played. And then Carter with the dunk.
And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
Cantor, the pass to Wanamaker. Back to Cantor. Fires for three. Rebound by the Hawks.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
The offensive rebound, Carter. Another shot. And that one hits back iron. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Shoots the three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
Here's Capella, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Capella's got 8 points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Smart misses.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Capella finds Carter. Off target from outside. Outside, Smart. And the shot is good.
And I love Smart pressing his advantage on the interior.
Here's Reddish. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
The scoring fast and... Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens. He said they go...
Our relationship started when I was in high school. He came to...
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Setting the pace early, GA. I like this aggressive mind state. I love this approach so far.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the Hawks, we've got Teague. He's out there with Reddish. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Carter. And it's Fernando in at the power forward. That one good for 2.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent. Greg, he has a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make an impact at both ends of the floor. Shoots the three well for a young player. And you love his ability to match up, really 1 through 5.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Williams. Brown comes in for Jason Tatum. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. That's a 2-pointer from Walker. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's his first foul. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Shots good by Dedmon. Dedmon's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Young for 3. Walker with some nice D.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Dedmon with the block. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And Atlanta has possession. Walker finds Hayward. And it's off from 3-point range. The Hawks leading by 8. From past the arc. Rebound by Williams. Walker with it. Young's there. Shot's good by Walker.
You love how Walker just attacks the opening, feasting on any lane that D gives him.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Walker. He's got 8. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. You know what, Chris? Speed at any position is so vital. Who are the fastest big guys in the game right now that you admire and just can't believe how they go baseline to baseline?
First one that comes to mind is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's a Greek freak, but he's a freak of nature in basketball. His speed, his length, his athletic ability. You love seeing him. And I say a close second, Anthony Davis. And don't forget about Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, a lot of guys that love running the floor and put that pressure on the defense every time by getting out.
Young from outside. Atlanta gets it back. In the corner. Herter with it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Herter's got his second basket of the night.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Dedmon. That one doesn't go. Now Boston takes it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. And Walker kicks to Brown. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks.
You know, the range Young has really is unlimited. He just feels comfortable shooting as soon as he crosses half court.
Well, that's 3 straight German League titles for Daniel Theis. I mean, before he made his NBA debut at the age of 24, he's an athletic two-way player, and he's shown he belongs.
Boston making some changes. Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Williams. Jason Tatum comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Reddish comes in for Hunter. Bembry's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teague in for Young.
And you could tell Teague was looking for a shot on that play. Always had his hands up, ready to catch and fire.
Setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Carter missing. Celtics trail by 15. Brown the pass to Wanamaker. Back to Brown. Tatum on the wing. Hands it from downtown. Tatum's got 10.
It's amazing. Scouts were worried that Tatum would be a streaky spot-up shooter, but you see the perfect form.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
And so that's the end of the first half. Hawks on top. They lead by 14. And now we'll send it over.
Kevin,
thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 13 points. And that's a wrap with the third.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Theis in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. And it's good, 2 points.
His energy level has never dropped in his game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D struggling to keep up.
And finished off by Brown.
And you see how Hayward just made that pass? You got to say, man, he's got some vision.
The Hawks leading by 12 and stolen by Tatum. Brown finds Hayward. Fires at the elbow. And it's Brown missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, to me, Clint Capella is a classic center. I love his hands. Great footwork. I mean, he takes what is given to him. He plays inside, protects the rim. And if you throw it up, he'll finish it with authority.
Boston making a switch here. Smart's checked in.
6'10" center from Switzerland. I mean, Capella, he's become a nightly double-double threat. Strong big man.
There's Walker with the 3. In the corner. Tatum with it. From outside, off the mark. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Now, here's Capella. He's covered closely. The kick out to Young. 5 to shoot. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Here's Collins. And it's good off the back rim and in. And the Hawks lead by 15. Now with Capella, that finishing and rebounding are key to his game.
Yeah, and he's only going to keep getting better, Kevin, which is a scary prospect for every other center in the NBA.
Young outside from downtown. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
There's the 3. And Smart the bucket on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 3rd assist on the night. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Young from outside. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Second three-pointer of the second half. 5 overall. He's killing it from long range.
Hayward outside. It's tipped. Smart dishes to Walker. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Tice. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Hawks leading by 18. Young outside. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, terrific effort there by Young. Really all night. The defense has tried to make adjustments, but he's just stayed one step ahead of him.
And there's the call on John Collins. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Robert Williams is checked in for Boston. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half, and only 1 in the first.
Young for 3. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. And then on Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
1:31 left in the third quarter. And Young kicks to Bembry. Six to shoot. Back to Young. There's the triple. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics trail by 19. From deep. Smart misses. Atlanta's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Boston's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Let's go. Off the left rim and out.
Come on. You got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
Now here's Reddish, guarded by Tatum. Carter the pass to Reddish. Here's Fernando. Back to Young. And it's Carter missing. Outside, Smart. The second effort, and the layup is up and in. Smart's got 9 points.
Well, that's the kind of effort they love to see from Smart. He's sticking his nose in there.
Oh, he hit it!
Oh,
He hit it!
What a great shot!
Wow! And so it's Atlanta closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early. You know, he let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Teague out there with Bembry. Then there's Carter. Then it's Dwayne Dedman. And it's Reddish in at the 3. And Ennis Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Marcus Smart. John Collins, he's checked in for the Hawks. Kicks to Teague. Over Tatum. Rebound, Boston. Kanter's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Brown, and Brown throws it down.
You gotta love how Brown finishes strong, driving fast and hard to the cup for the rim rock and Shazam.
Teague dishes to Dedman. Off target with his 3. Celtics trail by 16. Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Bembry, and it's blocked. The 3. Tatum's shot is off.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Bembry the pass to Collins. Hayward with some nice D. Boston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And there's the bucket from Tatum. Chris, are there specific types of plays where you feel the whistle gets blown maybe a little too often and a little too early?
Well, sometimes for a guard, when he's defending the guard and the pick and roll comes and he fights through that pick, and as a guard, offensive player, I can stop and let you bump into me and shoot the ball. I think the refs just have to be smart with it. Sometimes it's a foul, but every time it's not, just because of the situation or the flop. And also, you just don't want players to be bailed out when the defender is in a good position. But that's what makes the game so great, is the fact that as an offensive player, you got to try to manipulate and find out where you can sneak yourself in the gray areas of a rule. And as a defensive player, how can you use your skill, your will, and then your IQ not to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar?
Collins dishes to Capella. That's tipped.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend in the rim.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, and especially at the offense.
And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Trae Young, he's checked in for Atlanta. Here's Walker, and Capella sends it back.
And you can't throw weak stuff around Capella. He takes pride in sending shots back.
All by himself.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
And he gets it to go. 15 points for Kemba Walker.
Don't you love the passion Walker plays with? An incredible athlete, somehow muscles in tough shots.
The pass to Capella. In the corner. Herter with it. From deep three-point range, and it's Capella missing. Here's Boston now. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Tice, no good. The Hawks leading by 9. Capella kicks to Hunter. On deep, Collins. But they'll get another chance. Capella, the pass to Collins. Back to Capella. Second shot opportunity. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
It makes Capella so much more effective when he's draining the mid-range jumper. The D actually has to venture out of the paint and stay on.
Brown. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First free throw is good, and that brings them to within 10.
And Brown is just an exceptional player. Really love whenever he shows off his athletic ability.
And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Boston making a switch here. Smart's checked in. Capella inside, defended by Tice. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 17-6 run. And Walker kicks to Smart. Passes to Tatum. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Hawks. Hunter dishes to Collins. And the layup is good. And the Hawks lead by 11.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
Smart misses. Outside Collins. Misses the 3. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home.